What's up, ladies and gentlemen? So today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be unboxing a Logitech G923 sim racing wheel. Now, this is for the PlayStation. They've got other editions for the Xbox and the PC as well. Obviously, we play on PlayStation, so this is what we're going to use. I got this on pre-order. This is just received it yesterday. And it's the newest wheel that's going to be able to be used with PS4 and PS5. So this will last you a while. So, let's get into it. Alright, so you open the box.
Yeah, papers that we're not going to read.
True. Nobody needs manuals actually, so
yeah, just get that out of here.
Don't need warnings either. Chucking that too.
We're keeping the box though.
We're keeping
it's
the
collecting
box,
dust.
Oh shoot.
What's up?
Give you laptop stickers, bro.
Oh, they give it.
You know, that's what you need is right there. Is just the quality laptop stickers.
Shout out to Logitech.
And yeah, shout out Logitech for giving me laptop stickers with their own product. Alright, so we got that stuff next. You got, it's just more ad stuff, honestly. And then you got the safety manual, which again, like I said, we don't need manuals, so just get rid of that. So, now that we're down to the hardware, we've got the cords to plug the actual wheel and pedal set in. Obviously gonna need that. It does have a connector and an adapter to just your normal outlet plug, so that's good. Then, the real meat of the product. Got the wheel itself.
Ooh.
You can see that.
It's heavy.
It is pretty heavy.
It sounds
and
like
then
it.
the actual pedals of the product, which are enormous. So that's the benefit. I'll put the box on the floor so you guys don't have to look at this for the entire video. Chuck that. Excellent. All right. So now let's get into the actual.
Yeah.
Should we do the pedals or the wheel first?
Let's do the pedals first.
All right, we hit the pedals first. So, you got this. It does feel very firm. The bottom of it has, it's got, you can see rubber, not mounts, but like rubber pads to keep it held in place. Mm-hmm. And there's 4 of them on the bottom. So if you put this on a hard surface, it's actually going to stay. It looks like fairly well. I just had it down on the table and it's not going to slide.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Then you got brushed metal pedals. Got the clutch, brake, gas, and this is something new they've added. I saw this in some ads that they've done. The brake itself actually has a lot of feedback, so if you're pressing in the brake, you can really feel like the give on there. You can feel that if you want to. Yeah, it definitely takes some force to press it in, so it's gonna feel realistic. The brake feedback is gonna be pretty realistic.
That's wild.
So that's the pedals. There's obviously the foot plate. It's got dimples in it, so your feet are not gonna slide around a whole lot. The pedals themselves also have rubber pads on them, so that your feet don't slide around on the pedals themselves. And then the base itself is also very secure. So that's definitely a good thing. I think these are going to work great. It feels really solid. So that's the pedals. Now we're going to get into the wheel itself, which is what everybody came for.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the pedals and the wheels both equally.
Yeah, that's true. Get rid of the packaging. So the wheel itself feels very solid. This is an upgrade to the G29 that Logitech has released for the PS4. It's got some of the same elements. You got the marker just in the center of the wheel, just like the G29. This one is blue, stainless. The paddle shifters are also metal, and they feel very secure.
Oh, that's sick.
It is. And they feel just as you would expect them to feel. You can hear a light clicking sound whenever you push them, but other than that, they're easy to use. They don't have that much give. The wheel itself is leather. I keep mentioning this. It feels very secure, but it really does. And it feels like something that you would be able to hold on to without sliding a whole lot, which is definitely a good thing.
You don't want to be sliding a lot.
You don't want to be sliding a lot. That is for sure.
Unless you do, and that's okay.
Yep. We don't judge if you want to be sliding a lot. We respect your decision. So after that, you got the center of the wheel, which has all the normal PS4 buttons. You got your D-pad on the left side. You got all your normal buttons that you would have on the PS4 controller on the right side. Then you got basically the triggers of the wheels, which are L2, R2, L3, and R3. Those are on opposing sides of the wheels where you would expect to find them on the controller, but they're not actually behind the wheel. And then obviously your PS button, the options button, and the share button are right in the middle of the wheel at the bottom side. So that wraps up pretty much the center of the wheel. Everything you would expect. You got the Logitech logo, and everything's brushed metal, so it feels very well put together. Then the back, it looks like we got some vents here. Not too sure about what those do. Then the underside has the two mounting mechanisms, and then the cord does come with it that you will be able to plug into the PS4. And that pretty much wraps up the wheel.
Well, what's crazy is, like, you know what I just noticed? Doesn't that look like the front of a car?
It does look like the front of a car. It's very well designed.
Like,
I think they definitely do that on purpose.
Like, I didn't even notice that. It looks kind of like the front of a car.
That's true. Now, the special thing about this wheel, and it says it on the side, is their new Trueforce technology that Logitech has designed. It's an upgrade from what they had in the G923, which is essentially some light force feedback, but it doesn't mark everything that you hit on the road while you're driving. This specifically gives feedback to the wheel in certain games 1,000 times every second. So if you use the wheel in a game like GRAN TURISMO Sport, it sends feedback to the wheel 1,000 times a second. You can really feel what you're driving over, such as the curbs, different abnormalities in the road, really, and you can feel everything through feedback in the wheel. And that's the main attraction of this setup, is that you can really feel everything that you're driving on.
Yeah, and that's nice too. What's crazy is that, like, I don't know, I like that it's like the simulation games. Like, I was just like, let's just take a drive, you know. It's not like GTA where it's like, let's go like drive.
It's not like GTA where you feel yourself hit and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, because that would be quite the sensation. So.
It would. But no, I think this is definitely a good thing. Another thing I've just noticed actually is the addition of one of these knobs that's on the front of the wheel. It's on the right side, but you can actually turn it and it will, I guess it just shifts between game modes and stuff like that. I know in some actual racing wheels, those are for engine modes, different things like that. So there's a lot of functionality. The back is plastic, held in place by 2 screws on either side. That's what that I apparently can like pull out. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I just did. Not sure entirely what that does. Yeah, no, if you turn it, it comes out.
That's weird looking.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But that is pretty much the entirety of the wheel. So I think in the next segment, we're going to set it up. I have GRAN TURISMO Sport set up specifically for this, and we're going to show you guys some gameplay. But that will about do it for the unboxing itself. Alright, so I've got the wheel set up on the Placey challenge that I have here. I'm going to get off the track for a little bit, and I'm going to show you guys 2 laps on Spa circuit in Belgium, and I'm going to show you guys how the wheel looks when it's being used, everything that happens to it while it's being driven. I'm not going to go too fast right now, but let's get into it. So I'm sure you could see that even before I stopped talking, the wheel was moving as I was driving through the grass there. That's the first thing that struck me when I started using the wheel, was the Trueforce integration that really makes it feel like you're in the car when you're driving, at least through the wheel. And it's just been a really good addition to the entire piece of technology, I think. They did a really good job with it, and you can definitely feel everything. For example, if I drive over these curbs here, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm driving over some more curbs up here. You can really see the wheel moving as I'm driving over the curbs. And you would normally get that level of force feedback with any other wheel that you're using at this level. So let's do this here. Put my left side tires on the curbs here. You can see the wheel shaking the entire time that I'm driving on them. Every single noise that's made translates into the wheel,
and even the graphics are lined up with it. And you can feel everything that you're touching on the ground. I think that's a really important point. So, pick up a little bit of speed going through Eau Rouge and Radillon, and you can feel everything again. Paddle shifters, just for precise like braking and when you need to make precise shifts, are really good. There's not a whole lot of give. You can see if I downshift there. The shift is almost immediate when I start moving my finger back. I don't know if there's a level of detail in this camera that you can see that, but every time I shift up, it's an immediate thing. There's barely any give in the paddle shifters, to the point that you can shift very precisely. For example, if I just upshift here, brake into the corner, and shift down quickly, the shifts happen automatically, almost, as I go into the corner. And then another thing I mentioned in the unboxing part of the video was this dial here on the steering wheel on the bottom right side. I took a complete guess that those were for engine modes, and I actually turned out to be right. Those are for engine modes and that you can change in the race. In the bottom left hand of the screen, or the bottom right hand I should say, that's what that's going to control, at least in Gran Turismo Sport. Obviously for other games it might have other functionalities, but it's just a case of no wasted space on the wheel. Everything on here translates to something on the screen that you can trigger. Again, shifts are virtually in sync with my fingers. So upshift going to the corner, completely downshift, and they're at the exact same time. It's done very well. Now I'm driving through the gravel trap so you guys can see just how much the wheel... Oh, it's not letting me drive through the gravel trap. We'll just drive through the outside of the track real quick. So you guys can see, I'm going to let go of the wheel and you can see how much it really moves when I'm driving over uneven terrain. And there's a lot of feedback. For example, if you drive over the curbs here too as well, you can definitely see every part of how what's on the screen translates into what you feel while you're driving. And it's just a very well done piece of the technology. So I think for the second lap, I'm going to pick it up a little bit, and you guys can really see how this wheel works under pressure. And I'm going to stop talking as much. So our second lap will be a quicker lap than the first one. And you will be able to see if I run over any curbs or stuff like that, how much it moves. Very precise braking here. All the way from 6th to 2nd gear. Very easily. Almost all the exit curve there. And this is a tricky one. Definitely feel the outside of the corner there. Same thing with those curves. Everything I'm going over I can feel through the wheel, the feedback. The audio lines up very well. Every bump sound that you can hear in the game you can feel as a small movement in the steering wheel itself. Missed the braking point completely right there. But again, you can feel all the curves when going over, and the chicane has the most curves of any part on the track. It's times like that when it comes in handy. But that's 2 laps of Spa. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Definitely drop a like if it was helpful. Feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching the whole thing in general. So, I am Blue Paladin from Blue Bafoons, and we will see you guys later.